Hello and welcome to episode 16 of the Sunny Views podcast, where today we'll be talking about video games. I'm your host Sophia, and today I'm joined by...
I'm Noah.
Alex.
Peter.
And okay, to start us off, what do you guys play on? PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch?
I personally play on PC, but I started off on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
I normally play on PC, but I started playing on the Nintendo.
I've got a PC, I've got a Switch, but yeah, mostly on the PC.
Yeah, well, I'm also a PC gamer. That's very interesting that we're all PC gamers. I thought we were going to have like some Xbox and PlayStation as well. But I do sometimes play on the Xbox, but normally PC. What is your go-to game? Like tonight, you're going home, turning on your PC. What are you going to play?
Well, right now, I'm addicted to Subnautica. Right? It's just not stressful, you know? It's just like that feeling that you can just sit, relax, and just explore a new world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I would normally just go play Minecraft and call a friend to play.
Mm-hmm.
Great question. Probably DCS, but Armor 3 is also on the table. I don't know. I have to do a few things for Friday for that.
Yeah. So for me, it's League of Legends. It's my favorite game. But so what's like the best game you've ever played?
Okay. It's... Alex also agrees with me with this, I think. Baldur's Gate 3. It's one of the best games I've ever played.
Just describe it for
it's
our
just
audience.
It's like a high fantasy setting where it's just like hundreds of hours of gameplay, which is a rich story, companions, everything's very well written, really good gameplay, just fun.
Yeah, I agree. It's like the graphics, everything is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is that it's very long, and like when I play, it's just I have a whole day to play it, and I just sit down and play. But for a couple of hours, I wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I would say it's a good question, but if I would really have to narrow it down to one game, I'd probably say DCS, which is one of the, if not the most advanced military aircraft simulator that's on the market, commercially at least. It's been around in its current form since 2013, but it's been a while after, because originally released as another game in 2007, and then it got rebranded in 2013, and from now on it's DCS.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, I think definitely Red Dead Redemption 2. Have you guys played it? Basically, it's this amazing, like, the graphics, like, I'm yet to find a game that's better, and it came out in 2018. It's like this sort of cowboy story, like the death of the West, and the storytelling is so good, and the gameplay is so good, and there's loads of things to do. I mean, the only thing is like it takes like a long time to finish. So I know I know that people who've finished playing it just say it's amazing, but I know some people haven't finished playing it because it takes so long. Like even the tutorial is like 3 hours long, which is quite long for a tutorial.
Yeah, I've tried it before. I couldn't get myself to like put enough time into it, but
Yeah.
I've tried the multiplayer and it's quite fun.
Yeah, the multiplayer is fun if you've got friends, but otherwise, I mean, the only thing about the multiplayer is they've kind of abandoned it because they've stopped updating the missions.
Yeah, I started playing multiplayer like a week before they did the final update with my friends.
Oh.
We played for a bit and then we stopped. But I tried to go for the campaign, but I bought it like a week after it came out. And I went on, played up until the second camp, and tried to come back a day later. Turns out my save was corrupted, so I am not trying to play 10 hours again to just get back to that point.
Yeah. So I've played through it twice, and I still think it's really good. What kind of style of games do you enjoy?
Okay, I like action-adventure survival games. Just like the chill ones that it's not competitive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just like playing with friends. I normally call a friend that I have called Fernando, and we just play anything together and just call and spend the afternoon playing together.
Mm-hmm.
I would say realistic shooters or close and second aircraft simulators. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, I like the single-player adventures with like amazing stories. I think those are the best, and I like historical games as well. So I play a lot of Assassin's Creed. But like I said, my main game is League, but that's the only game of that genre that I like. What's the genre that you hate? Or like, what's the type of game you hate? You would not play?
Dating simulators. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm never going to touch one in my life, and I know a friend who tried it and hated it, and so I'm taking his experience. I'm not going to touch any of them.
Fair enough.
Valorant. I just tried playing it for like half an hour, and it would just spend the tutorial, and then immediately my PC would just tell me, you cannot play this game. And I think it was a message telling me. I tried like fixing it 20 times. I watched YouTube tutorials to fix it. It just didn't fix, and I just thought, this is just a message. Just don't touch Valorant.
Genre-wise, I wouldn't even know how to call it, but if I had to like give a vague description, it's lobby shooters. Call
like
of Duty,
Fortnite,
yeah,
mostly.
CS:GO.
Yeah,
Call of
same,
Duty, yeah.
same.
I like Battlefield, but that's just nostalgia. I like Battlefield for my game of my childhood. But I would say I hate League as well. No.
Fair enough.
I
know it's not very
I bought
popular.
a SSD once, right before I came to Spain. And for like a year or so, the only thing I had installed on it was League, and it's like a terabyte and a half SSD. And only then I realized, hey, I've got an empty SSD, why don't I use it for something else? And installed League, and now DCS is on it, which weighs around a terabyte, so...
League is around a terabyte?
No, DCS is around a terabyte.
Oh, okay.
It's a fairly big game.
Yeah. I mean, that's the good thing about League is that it's very, very small.
Yeah.
Like I could, like when I moved to Spain, my PC was still like in storage, so the only thing I played was League, and that worked on my laptop, and it was terrible quality. Sometimes I'd be playing at 1 FPS, 1 frame per second. It was tough times, but it worked, and I was able to
I had a
play.
very similar experience because I also had a laptop which had the battery that exploded, but that's for later. It's now permanently plugged into the wall. And the funniest thing is that it's a work laptop. It's not made for gaming. It's a office, small, thin piece of metal. But surprisingly, it would run fairly new games at like 60 FPS, like Metal Gear Rising. I played it all through summer. It ran perfectly. I tried playing Hoi. It ran at 5 FPS. I tried playing the games in my library. I thought, hey, these are fairly low in specification-wise. Yeah, they'll definitely run. None of them run. The only ones that did run were the ones that I knew, hey, definitely not running on this laptop. No.
Oh my god.
Wait, just for a question. Is it true that League is extremely toxic? And like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It's true. I mean, sometimes you get really nice people, but sometimes, like, it makes you toxic as well. Like, sometimes I've come home, I've just done my studying, I'm tired, I get on League, and I see my top laner going 0-10, and he's just running it down, and I can't win the game, but no one wants to quit the game, so we're just playing for 50 minutes, knowing that we're going to lose, and that makes you insane. So yeah, but I mean, I generally tend to avoid these kind of like shooters, like Fortnite and like Call of Duty and these kind of like these multiplayer shooters, because they're just too stressful. And like single player ones are nice and you can like replay the level, but it's so annoying when you get into a lobby and then you just instantly get one shot.
Yeah, some multiplayer shooters are fun though, like new one, Marvel Rivals. That's more of a hero shooter, but it's still quite fun.
I've heard about that one.
yeah. I agree that shooters made you mad. My uncle broke 10 PS5 controllers playing Fortnite. Like, he spent more money in controllers than the PS5 itself. Like,
Oh my god. Have you ever rage quit from a game?
yes.
Too many times.
Yeah.
Due to technical problems, yes.
Due to my team going 0-10.
Oh my god. Literally the other day, I rage quit Assassin's Creed 3 because the controls were so weird. They were like, it was clearly like made for controllers, and then they just made really weird controls for PC, because to shoot, you had to like press the down arrow key and then on your mouse left trigger to shoot. And that's just not practical because you can't aim if you have your hands in that position, and like if you use your other hand then you can't move anywhere. So then I tried to change my keybinds, which just refused to change. I don't know why. I was pressing like so many buttons, and then I accidentally changed my just regular attack button from the left mouse button to like W. No, not W. It was like X or something weird. And and I was getting so mad. And then I was looking up like how to fix this, and turns out they'd had these problems since like the game came out in like 2012. And the thing is, this was the remastered version, so you'd think that they'd fix it by now, but it was so like, it took me like literally an hour, and then I finally figured out you have to like how to change the keybinds, and I managed to make it okay. But stressful times.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I also like have quit horror games sometimes because I don't really play horror, but sometimes, like for example, I played The Last of Us, and there were some times where I have to like take my headphones off, play in the middle of the day, and then just run through the level with my eyes closed. And then one time I was like I was being really stressful, and I jumped like into this new area. There were like 5 clickers. I just instantly quit. I'm not playing that right now.
I just can't handle it.
Yeah, I just can't handle it. or in Call of Duty World War II, the zombies. Yeah. I got so scared in the tutorial from a jump scare that I just quit and haven't played it.
Well, yeah, I had a really funny rage quit moment once. I was playing. Oh god, I'm trying to remember what game. I think it was Subnautica, and I'm going like in a small submarine, going down. Like this is way too deep. I'm not supposed to be this deep, but I'm trying my best because I don't have much and I need to get resources. So I'm going down. And then my intercom goes, "Warning, multiple Leviathan-class life forms in your area. Are you ready? Are you ready to risk your life for something?" And I turn around and I see this massive fish, terrifying face, like its teeth glaring at me. I just left the game.
Yeah. What about you guys?
Because I normally don't rage quit, but like in my
Because
uncle.
you play like Minecraft. So
No,
it's like...
I like other games, but like my uncle, like it's just terrifying. Like there is one time, like I did not know yet his obsession with breaking controllers. So he just thought he was playing Minecraft. I mean Fortnite. Sorry, he hates Minecraft. He was playing Fortnite. I was next to him, and he said, "You're at my range right now. You're at my damaging range," and he just played a game. He died and he just started hitting the controller against the floor and threw it, and it almost hit me.
Oh my god.
And like then I'm like, "Oh, so it's true that you break controllers?" He said, "You thought I was joking?" And like,
oh my god.
But I don't really rage quit because like I don't play anything that like is stressful or in any way causes me to feel that way. I only really rage quit twice in my life, and one time was due to technical issues with a server, and finally I just decided to wipe every file and reinstall it later on. And the other time just people were too incompetent for me to even bother playing, so...
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Happens too much.
What was the first game you guys ever played that you can like remember?
Weird one. I'm at a friend's house. He has a PS4.
Mm-hmm.
And he asks, "Hey, what game do you want to play?" I say, "I don't know. I don't know anything about games." So he pulls up Goat Simulator.
Okay.
Peak. The best game for someone who's never played video games is Goat Simulator.
How old were you?
7, I think.
7 years old playing Goat Simulator. Nice.
and me was Pokemon X, and it was like my dad. I wanted to play it because I like watched Pokemon all day. And then like my dad said, "I'll buy you a Nintendo and the game if you learn how to ride a bike." So I just spent one entire month trying to learn how to ride a bike, to just play that game. And immediately when I got it, I started playing and my battery ran out. So it was an interesting experience.
I've got no idea. I've got 2 options, but I don't remember which one was first. Either Borderlands 2 or GTA 5.
How old were you?
5, I think. Give or
Crazy.
take, year-wise. When did it went out? 2013, 2007. No, 6. 6. But I've got no idea when Borderlands 2 came out, and I've got no idea when I played it. I have one memory of that, and that's about it from my Borderlands playthrough.
Yeah,
But
for
I
me,
liked GTA 5.
for me it was a classic, just Minecraft, because I remember when I was maybe 6 years old or 7, I don't know. But we went to I think I was 6. I went to my cousin's house, and they had an Xbox, and they had Minecraft, and you know I'd seen on my tablet, I've seen Stampy and like Squid, and you know all the iconic classic Minecraft YouTubers, and I'd really wanted to play the game, but I didn't have anything to play on. So then I went to my cousin's house, and then I played Minecraft, and it was so good. And then I begged my dad to buy it on my iPad, and then my brother as well. And then we'd play with our friends together. And then eventually, when I was 7 for Christmas, we got an Xbox, and the Xbox had Minecraft on it, and happy days.
The dream.
Yeah, but then eventually I got a laptop, which was supposed to be sort of for school and stuff. But on the laptop, I downloaded Roblox, and then also I got Minecraft, and then I tried to download Red Dead Redemption 2 on it, not knowing that this is just a work laptop, like a school laptop. This is not cannot handle Red Dead at all. So it was just stuck on the loading. And then but I really, really wanted to play Red Dead. So then I ended up getting a PC. So that's why Red Dead's the most expensive game I've ever played. It cost me a whole PC. Yeah. Well, okay. Would you rather play a game that has like amazing graphics, 10 out of 10 graphics, but the gameplay is kind of boring, or a game with like really, really fun gameplay, or the graphics are kind of bad or like mid?
My favorite game is Minecraft. I don't even say it anymore.
I'm just gonna mention the game One Armed Robber, which it's all polygons, but it's the funnest game ever.
I don't really care about the graphics. Let's just say that with Arma, the assets are varying in quality from, you've got one or two pixels to, hey, 3D scanned wrecks of objects and stuff. So I don't really care about the graphics. I more get the gameplay to be good, put in more depth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think people actually care about the graphics if the game's fun.
True.
But like, if the game isn't fun, then the graphics are what's gonna hold it up.
Yeah, you just don't notice at some point.
Yeah.
You just like
Yeah.
to get too involved and then it's just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're playing like games that are like really, really beautiful, you just have to stop and look around you, you know? Like this summer I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey and I love the graphics for that. I don't know if you guys have played it. It's the ancient Greece one, and all the islands and stuff, the sand, it looks amazing. But also the gameplay was really fun for that one as well. But for me, I think fun gameplay is important, because like some of the older games have really bad graphics, but you can still play them because they have really like iconic gameplay.
Sometimes like bad graphics doesn't really mean bad graphics. Like some games
True.
benefit from older graphics because it just fits the theme more.
Yeah, like Minecraft, for example, doesn't need to be
Like, I don't know,
hyper realistic.
I don't know, Stalker, not the new one. The new one is kind of bad, but the old Stalkers, the free ones that were in the 2000s, they don't have the greatest graphics. The engine is absolutely terrible, and if you ever like get into it and try to mod the game, it's also pretty much impossible. But the graphics are bad, not terrible, but bad. But it just fits the game. It fits the setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Baldur's Gate, at the beginning when I downloaded, I played for the first time. I didn't know those controllers because I never played it like that in my life. But I just kept on playing because the graphics were so good, and the animation, the customization, and everything was incredible. And I also wanted to play with Noah, who just didn't want to play in that moment.
Yeah, and then eventually we did start playing together.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
And then I ruined the gameplay.
Yeah, that one's got kind of weird gameplay though, right? It's like kind of you roll a dice, like D&D style.
It's literally just a D&D game.
Yeah.
Just fun if you know how to play D&D.
It looks very interesting. It's on my Steam wish list, but it's very low down, so
Yeah,
I'll get around to it.
I'd wait for it to get on sale if you're gonna actually like buy it.
Yeah. Speaking of Steam wish lists, what's your number one game on your wish list? Or what's just a game that you want to play in general?
Metal Gear Solid Delta, I think. I'm just waiting for that, seeing what Konami does with it.
Probably Hollow Knight, because like I just heard a friend of mine who like just started playing, and he's like saying, "Oh, it's so good, it's so fun to play," and I'm just like, "Okay, I want to try it." But
Well, I don't really have many games on my Steam wishlist. I think the number one game is it's an indie game called Mouse, which is like a detective shooter sort of thing in like the style of the old Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Oh yeah.
So my wishlist is reserved to games that haven't come out yet, mainly.
I have like a bunch of games on my wish list because I need to see when everything's on offer. But right now I'm like not allowed myself to buy anything because I've got like 4 games that I bought but I still need to play. So basically I'm not allowed to buy a game for like the next 2 years. But definitely Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is the Viking one. That one looks really fun. And also a game that is not on Steam but I really, really want to play is The Last of Us 2. Because I finished 1 and I want to play 2, and I know the show's going to come out as well, but it's just not on PC for some reason. Like this game came out in 2018 and it's still not on PC.
wait, it's not on PC?
No, it's not. It's insane. The first one is like from
2 is on PlayStation, right?
yeah, it's on PlayStation, but somehow it's not on PC, and it came out like 2018. But the first game, Last of Us 1, came out in 2013, and it was only on PC in 2022.
Yeah.
Like-
I played it when it came out. It was a good game.
Yeah. What do you guys think of like remastered and remakes of games? Are they like good or just a cash grab?
It depends on the game, honestly. Because, like, if it's a game that was really popular before and they're only remastering it because talk about the old one is coming back up, then it's a cash grab. If it's something old that people sort of forgot about, but it was a really good game, like, for example, Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, not the EA one, had a remaster and it had a massive revive because of the remaster.
Yeah, like when you said that, I just thought of Pokemon games. Because like when it goes well, like in the remake of Gen 3, it was like a very good game. But then the Gen 4 game came out and they just changed a bit the graphics and it just was just the same exact game. They didn't change anything and like they just changed the graphics and people didn't even like those graphics.
Yeah.
So it went just bad.
Well, it depends on the game. It's not a one answer for all. It's really just down to if the game really needs a remaster or a re-release. It's sometimes gonna benefit, and I say sometimes it won't benefit from one. And also the price, very much the price, because
True.
if the original game cost, I don't know, 30 euros, but the remaster costs 90, and all it does is just upscale the graphics using AI, it's not worth the money. No.
Definitely no. Yeah, I think it really does depend on the game. I agree with you guys because I know, for example, I got Life is Strange remastered, and that was like because I also played the first because I know the first chapter, I think they're called. The first chapter was like free from the original game, so I played that. But then I actually bought the remastered version, and you could definitely tell a difference in graphics, and that was a game where it really helped to have like good graphics. And also the remastered version came with like the first two games together, kind of, so it was like worth it. But then, like I said, like I bought Assassin's Creed 3 remastered, and I'm not seeing any differences. Or I haven't played the original, but I'm not seeing how it's better. Maybe there's just nicer shadows, but yeah, I don't think it made a big difference.
Yeah, shadows don't really affect the gameplay, don't they?
No, yeah, and also the controls were still weird. So yeah. Do you guys watch any esports?
No, not really.
No.
Just if it gives me gives me stuff in the game itself. Like because there's games that you just give you stuff if you watch the esports. So I just put the esports game and I just put the volume to minimum and I just like do something else.
Yeah, I know who people who do that.
No, it's not my thing.
No.
I like games which are esports-ish.
Oh, I'm a big fan of esports, but let's not get into that then. What's your opinion on like loot boxes and like gacha systems?
Okay, loot boxes depends on the game and depends on how random it is and how much they are. Because we don't condone gambling.
No.
But if you can buy them with like in-game money and only in-game money, then I'm fine with it.
What if you can buy it with both in-game and real money?
Well, it depends. Like if it's like €5 for a loot box, then it's gambling. But if it's like, if you can buy the in-game money with real money, but there's a really easy way to get the in-game money, then it's not really like bad in a way. Like if you can get the in-game money by playing the game and then using it, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Exactly, and also when I also get mad sometimes because like I open a loot box that like I don't pay for, I just play and get it.
Yeah.
And it just gives you horrible things.
Yeah, it just gives you like an icon instead of like a skin or something.
Exactly, and like you only get the good stuff if you pay. And like that, okay, yeah, I appreciate that I get it for free, but it's horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Okay, maybe in a very rare case where it's like, to support the game or the development of the game, then maybe. But I am not spending any money on some pixels. No. And especially if it's like completely randomized. Like, I don't know, if I'm playing War Thunder and I can spend $70 on a pixel airplane, then I'm gonna say no, but at least I know what I'm buying. I am not buying something which maybe, we'll see.
Yeah, and imagine you buy it and then you just get like an icon or something like rubbish. Yeah, I mean there's like a lot of controversy with League right now because basically they're introducing a new gacha system, which is extremely expensive, where you can get skins for, wait for it, $200 for an in-game skin. And that is one of the cheaper ones. The most expensive one they had was a $500 skin, and it's locked behind a pass, so you get like other stuff, but to get the actual skin you need to pay $500. And there are people that actually pay it, and it's clearly working because they keep doing it. And it's very controversial because, you know, normal people hate this. Because imagine, like, your favorite you want to collect all the skins for your favorite character, and then one of them's like $200, and then you're like, well, can't do it then. And they're also limited edition, and they'll go away and never come back. So you're just screwed.
And also like games that put you like, this skin costs $200, but like it's in a 20% off, so it only costs $150.
Yeah. Or have you seen? I don't play CS:GO or CS2, but have you seen like how expensive they sell some like skins for? Because sometimes for fun, I like looked up on like a website where they sell like their knife skins or like gun skins and stuff, and they're like thousands of dollars, like $10,000 for like a knife skin that you can pull in a random loot box. Like CS2 players are insane gamblers.
Wait, so you cannot even use the knife if like you don't find it? Like you buy the skin, but you cannot use the knife if you don't find it.
No, I think it's a skin. I think you have just a general knife, and then you have different skins for the knife.
Okay.
So then you can buy the really, really expensive skin online. Like you could just put it from a loot box, but it's very, very rare. So if you don't want to just pull it randomly, you can buy it for $10,000 online. And then there was also this game, but I'm not sure what it's called, but it's sort of like a space game. And I know for that one, you can buy like the different spaceships for like real money, like $10,000. I'm not sure, but it was like $10,000. Like very expensive. And I remember
Star Citizen. Yes.
Yeah, maybe because then I remember seeing
it's a
somewhere
scam.
like I remember seeing somewhere that there was like a fight in the game because it's like an online game. And then they like lost like $100,000 worth of ships, like overall. It's just insane. How much money have you guys spent on like a free-to-play game?
I spent too much money on Fortnite.
Okay, I'm trying to recall. On free-to-play games, not much because they're free.
Yeah, but how much do you define as not much? More or less than 100?
Less, obviously.
Okay.
I'm not going to spend that much money on the game. Besides buying the game.
Yeah. Do you have a number?
I spent 76 cents. Yeah, just had to get one decal, and that's it. Never need to spend more.
That's very good. I think I've spent maybe like 60, like less than 100, but near 100, because I don't like spending. And also, I always ask for people to give me gift cards, so then I don't have to spend the money myself.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if gift cards that people give you, 200 maybe. Like,
Yeah, I have a friend who lives in Thailand, and in Thailand, Steam gift cards are cheaper. Like it's worth the same amount, but it's cheaper. So he constantly buys me gift cards, and I send him like less money than I'm getting. So it's like infinite money glitch.
That's very smart. Yeah, I mean, I always buy games when they're on offer. I don't think I maybe like once or twice bought a game full price, but it's just better to just wait because there's like really good offers on Steam.
yeah.
Yeah. How many hours a week or how many hours do you spend on video games?
I only play during the weekends because, exams.
Mm-hmm.
But I spend a lot of, like, a decent amount of time, like, over the weekend, like, in total, 7 to 8 hours. It's quite a lot.
Yeah.
32, give or take, or so, maybe 32. I don't know.
In a week?
Just did it in my head. Yeah, in a week. 3 hours a day sometimes, and around 6 on weekends. We have to get stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
I depending because during a normal week, I can only play in the weekends as well. So I maybe play 6 hours in the weekend. But if I have nothing to do, like in middle of summer, I can perfectly like 100 hours.
Yeah.
I just play all day.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, right now for me, normally I don't play on weekdays. Sometimes I'm maybe like have time for like one game or something like that. So like I'll play for like maybe an hour on a weekday. But on weekends, it depends for me. Sometimes I don't play at all. Sometimes I'm playing like 5 hours. So I think it's hard to say, but maybe like between like 6 and 10 hours in a week for me. But then in the holidays, like in summer, that's a different story. That's like like, I mean, again, like I don't play like consistently like 5 hours a day or something, but like sometimes I play like 2 hours, and another day I play like 6 hours, and it's like switching up. But yeah, like overall, I think I calculated like because like all game I was just playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I worked out that I've played basically like, if you work it out, like 3 hours a day, but that's like an average. So one day I played 1 hour, the other day I played like 5 hours. So hard to say.
Yeah.
I've been like 5 summers straight that I played so much that my dad just told me you can only play like 3 hours per day, and I would just do the math and like just start playing in the minutes exactly. Sorry, I would start in the minute exactly, and then I would stop like in the last 10 seconds of the other minute, so that like that I take a minute off. And at the end of 3 hours, I just play like 5 hours. But I just do the math so be able to play it.
Yeah. What about you guys, Summer?
Summer is a completely different story. Because sometimes during the summer you have like friends over. Like we have friends over from other places.
Yeah.
So due to that, I don't play that much. But sometimes when there's nothing to do, too much.
Yeah. Aircon on, PC on, just grinding. Do you guys think video games are like good for you and like educational?
Okay. My mom's gonna disagree with this, but studies show that video games increase your
Your hand-eye
hand-eye
coordination.
coordination, like especially if you play like 3D games, like they help you visualize 3D objects better, and like they help, like when you play a game with a map, you learn how to read maps better. So in general, if you play like an extremely aggressive competitive game, that could give you some anger issues, which is why I don't play those. But in general, they can help.
Yeah.
Games like Hearts of Iron 4, I know Peter mentioned it. If you play it correctly, well, like how I did it sometimes, it helped me pass my history GCSE. So yeah.
I always get the same ad when watching YouTube that is like, if your son is playing Minecraft or Roblox, don't worry. These games are extremely good for them. This boosts their creativity. I'm like, that's all I need to know. I don't want to know anything else.
Yeah. Peter, what do you think?
For me, it's the other way around, actually.
You think they're bad for you?
No. It's the same argument that Noah used. I don't learn stuff in game to use in real life. I learn stuff in real life to use in game.
Okay.
I don't. Honestly, the last 3-4 months, I played 2 games pretty much only, DCS and Arma. And these games don't have mechanics. They've got stuff that you have to learn outside and use. So like, you have to learn a 60-page manual on operating a jamming pod on the F-18, or how to drop a slammer ER onto a target 60 miles away and actually pull off from a sound site that's launching at me, and actually learn to read the MFD, which is trying to tell me that where it is exactly. So it's mostly that I spend time actually learning stuff for that and not using stuff that I learned in game, which is kind of the hand-eye coordination. You know, it's kind of the argument has some wiggle room that it's actually useful.
Yeah, I have a thing where I like, because I play Minecraft a lot as well, and I like building, and because of that, I do obscene amounts of research on obscure topics and buildings. Like, I am a master of the European star forts because I built one in Minecraft. So same thing what Peter said. I do a lot of research in real life to use in video games, and then I can use that research from real life on video games in real life as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that actually, that you do like stuff in real life to then be able to use it in the video game, but then also you use stuff in you do stuff in the video game to be able to use it in real life. Because like I said, I really like esports, and I really like esports analysis as well. And then I'm using like stuff I learned in school and like maths to be able to better like predict esport games. But then I'm also like using stuff. Well, I'm trying to. I'm doing maths. Like I'm practicing maths. So then that's also useful. And well, with the hand-eye coordination thing as well. Yeah. But I definitely think that they're good for you. As long as you know what to play. Like for like parents, I think definitely like make sure your kid's playing the right kind of games. Because if they're playing something that's very like brain rotty, like, you know, there's mobile games where it's like where there's just like a white path, and then I don't know, you're like the ones where you're like collecting poles or something very, very simple. You have like brain switched off for it. Those games I don't like. But there are some games where you have to like really like think and use like logical skills and like, or, like when there's stealth and you've got to like figure out the best way to sneak around the enemies.
Like, my mom cannot say anything about brain rot games because she plays all of them. She just, any game that pops in an ad, she just downloads it, plays for a couple of like minutes, and then realizes, wait, this is not what appeared in the ad. Because like
It's never what appears in the ad.
because there was one about a fish that you would just go around and just eat out other
Oh,
fishes.
I know, yeah.
And then like my mom downloaded, and immediately it became a Candy Crush. She's like, and like she said, oh yeah, it was the fish thing for like the first 10 levels, and immediately turned into Candy Crush.
What do you think? Oh, do you want to speak?
No.
Okay. What do you think is a very overrated game?
I'm trying to think of something that won't anger anyone.
Well, I'm gonna say something very controversial. Fortnite. It's so overrated.
That's not controversial.
Okay, well,
A lot of people agree.
true.
I'm
True.
gonna say sports games.
Oh yeah, that's a good one actually. Because why are you playing FIFA when you could just play football? But I actually do enjoy playing FIFA sometimes. However, I do agree with you. What you guys?
I would say again lobby shooters like.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like 10 years ago when Call of Duty Black Ops 1 came out and it was actually fun, but now it's just the same garbage recycled every year but with a different texture. It's if you compare a Call of Duty game that came out in 2019 to the new Black Ops 6, like they're pretty much identical.
For me, it would be Valorant and Roblox. Just Valorant because I hate the game. Well, the universe told me to not play it. And Roblox because I try to play it and it's just bad.
But I think Roblox is good because you have a lot of things you can play.
Like,
But only with friends. I don't like playing Roblox by
You
myself.
should pick the right Roblox game.
Yeah, like a lot of them are very low quality. Like
Yeah, true. But then you get like one random one, and it'll have like 500 players somehow, and it'll be just like the most high quality game.
Like the only Roblox played games I enjoyed were like Bed Wars because it was Minecraft.
Yeah.
Parkour and a staircase. Just walk up a staircase.
And you enjoyed that?
No, I just called someone and we started playing, just talking about the most random things, going up the staircase and throwing people out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Anything else? Then I think we'll end it here. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Some very good discussion, and thank you to our listeners. I hope you enjoyed, and you should definitely check out some of these games. And yeah, bye.